I'm quite hopeful about synthetic fuel, and that might keep these older cars running for longer.
Oops. I forgot about that.
Yeah. Hi everyone, welcome to nightfall.drives. Doug here, and today Nick has brought along his 2016 Lotus Exige 350. Thanks so much, Nick, for coming along today.
No problem.
I'd describe the weather today maybe as moody. To be honest, this is a bit of a mean and moody spec itself, so I don't know how it'll come out on camera, but it looks amazing.
Oh, thank you.
How long have you had it?
A couple of years now.
Yeah.
A couple of years, yeah. I enjoy it. I only drive it in the summer, so I get excited to come back to England and have a go driving it in the summer. Absolutely love it.
Yeah, and
It gets driven to death.
Yeah, and you told me it's all about the driving experience. Really, that's why you got it.
Yeah, I mean, it's all about. This is the fourth one I've had, fourth Lotus, and I just love them. And going in other cars, I find them quite dull, to be honest. I think I spoilt myself.
Yeah. So you've had leases before this.
Yeah, 3 leases. I had a Series 1, so I started driving them in my 30s, and I haven't owned anything else. I've driven other cars, obviously, but since my 30s, early 30s, just driven Lotuses.
Yeah, and obviously I'm a fan as well, and it's just something about the driving experience, the light front end, I guess, and also the kind of underdog status as well, really.
I do. I love that about them, the fact that and there's a connection to obviously Colin Chapman when he started in the 1950s. And I think he might have started earlier than that. But putting together the cars out little bits in the back garage, and I think this is probably the last Lotus that's kind of connected to that. And I love being part of that story. Kind of British racing heritage.
Yeah, proper. Sort of plucky design, I guess, and cobbling together different parts, but it comes out with something that looks incredible. And
and different. And because there's not so many of them as well, that kind of makes it even better for me. That's maybe kind of an ego thing. Yeah, probably. That I'm in a car that not a lot of other people have.
Well, yeah, it's something about it. I must admit, I feel the same, and the Evora is something that a little bit of a hidden gem, I guess.
Yeah. And, as I get older, though, getting harder to get in and out of them. I found it easier in my 30s, not so easy in my 50s.
Yeah. Well, you told me the technique already. I think the Evora needs a little bit of a jump in, but this is the sill's obviously pretty chunky and.
Much higher. Yeah, it's higher. I've split many pairs of trousers getting in and out of them.
Yeah,
over the course of the last 20 years.
We'll see how I get on later on.
But yes, be careful.
Yeah. Well, I suppose I'm lucky that actually I have a bit of a technical knowledge of this. I guess you're sort of more into the driving experience, I guess.
Yeah, you'll have more technical knowledge than me. I do know the engine is at the back.
Yeah.
And it's not at the front.
It's the same engine basically as my Evora S. It's mine's 345. I think this might be the 350.
350,
slightly different, I think, but V6. I think the front half of an Elise and the back half of an Evora, essentially.
They made it. Well, that's what they. Yeah, because I think they were they testing it for an Evora? They were doing something with the Elise, testing the Evora engine or something. They had to make it wider. I think this is a great idea. I'm probably wrong, so forgive me if any of your viewers. I think that is.
I think I've heard the story.
Yeah. And I thought this is a great idea. This is fabulous. So they come up with this, and it is fabulous. It's a little bit more aggressive than the Elise, and I think better looking, to be honest.
Well, it's much more aggressive.
Yeah.
And weirdly, I've always been a car guy, but I kind of knew about the Series 2 Exige and saw it on Top Gear and stuff. And then I have a bit of a blind spot where I didn't know about this until one of them overtook me on a track day. I was like, well, what is that? And,
it wouldn't have been me. Very slow on track day.
Well, this guy, I think it was a yellow one, and it was it was quite impressive. And it was, and then I was curious after that, and obviously ends up getting the Evora. But can't wait to experience this. So can we have a quick look under the bonnet, I guess?
Yeah, let's open it up.
I say bonnet, I suppose boot hatch. But yeah, there we go, the supercharged V6 and surprisingly big boot, not far off the Evora actually.
Yeah, you can get, I mean, obviously I'm going on a road trip to, not a long one, but 5 days to Holland in it with my partner. So she obviously worried a little bit about the makeup, whether she can get all her makeup in there. I think she'll be okay.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, have you got a bit of room behind the seats at all? Or
no, there's not.
It's all
no. So there's no hanging up my shirts there. It's very.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of space there at the back. So I sling my flip flops in the back. That's about as much as you can get in there.
Yeah. But yeah, there's pretty good room in the back, and I suppose soft bags are the way.
Soft bags, yes, yeah. In fact, yoga bag is the way. So we're going to get a yoga bag in there, and that'll fill up most of it.
Yeah, it's an amazing looking thing. It's even, I think, from the back as well. Even more aggressive than the front in a way.
It's a good looking car. I think because it's so low down as well, it catches the eye, and because of the colour too. The kids say he's Batman. Here's Batman, and like I said, they're very, very disappointed when I jump out.
Well, you need to get the suit.
Yes.
Be prepared. But I think it looks incredible, and can't wait to get out. So should we head out for a drive?
Yeah, let's go.
It's a great noise already.
Yes, it is. I mean, it needs to get around about 4,000, and you really get that lovely. There's a lovely noise to it.
Yeah.
I think what's lovely about it, actually, in town, it's not intrusive at all.
No, I think you just got a bit of a thinner firewall than I've got, so you can hear more of the induction. I think it's nice.
And you can always turn the kind of like sport mode off and get it a little bit quieter.
Yeah. It's an amazing view out the front with the arches and stuff. It's just the Evora is exaggerated. It's the sort of Group C racer. It's really nice.
Yeah, you feel everything in here.
Yeah.
Is it different to the Evora?
It's a bit firmer, but it's that sort of classic Lotus. Like we are gliding the bumps. I think there's a suppleness there. And the view out is even lower nose, and it's just like you're right there, aren't you?
Yes, it's an easy car to drive actually in these lovely country roads. It makes it lovely and easy.
Yeah, this is a bit of a long sweeping left up here. So you go a bit out of it. bit here, but not too bad.
The thing is, what I find as well is technically really poor, I'd imagine, but you can leave it in gears for some time.
Yeah. Yeah, just third and fourth will do most of it, won't they?
Yeah, yeah. Oh, we've got to learn.
It's probably a good thing because it does get bumpier here.
Yeah, it is actually, isn't it? It's like being in the boats.
Actually, this is it is fun, but it's not intrusive. You can live with it.
No, it's not. It's not hideous. I mean, I wouldn't drive it so much if it was.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, this is basically your daily, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, it's not a problem for me, but it could be a problem for other people. The heaviness of the in traffic and when it's slow, in slow traffic.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, the clutch and stuff they're traditionally pretty heavy, but the like you say, you got power all the way through the revs with the supercharger. So
it's a joy, really. It makes getting to A to B fun and dramatic, and that's what I think. Isn't that what you want from anything in life?
Yeah.
You know, a bit of drama. You know, out of something that that should be mundane and kind of making it dramatic.
Yeah. Make it a bit of an event.
Yeah.
And actually, I mean, because of the matte black, similar to my dark blue, I guess the initial reaction is not, it doesn't jump out at you, but it's pretty an amazing thing to look at.
Yeah, I think it takes people kind of like, because they haven't seen it before. Well, number one, they don't see the car very often, the style of car, and then to have it matte black as well. Yeah, I get the amount, like I said, it gets lots of people, you can see people taking videos of it.
We'll take a left here.
If you were a shy person, you wouldn't probably enjoy being in this car.
No.
And if you were shy, eventually you wouldn't end up with it.
You get out of your shell.
Yeah. And the noise as well, people.
It turns to 60 in a minute, so. And then after this is the best sort of sweeping bit of road, and there's a nice S-bend in the middle. But yeah, the startup is pretty dramatic as well, isn't it?
Yes.
Valve open and...
I do find it embarrassing in Waitrose car park. Well, an Audi car park as well. Any car park. When that starts up, because I think for anyone else they'll think I'm doing it on purpose.
Yeah.
And obviously I'm not.
Yeah, it's like you've started it with your foot on.
Yeah. Set this down.
There you go. It's a bit nice left, right. The left does tighten a bit. And then the right is constant, but this is one of my favourite bits of the local roads.
Oh yeah, it's lovely.
Yeah, we'll come around again this way and go to the go. Like, I mean, I haven't been in a Le Mans car, but it feels like you're in a Le Mans car or something, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. It feels like you're exposed, that's the thing.
Yeah, yeah.
So you're low down, you're not far off the surface. The noise, the suspension, everything kind of...
Yeah.
It's not far off a racing car, really.
And a lot of them are used on track track days, but
Yeah.
some of the later ones are too loud, aren't they? You have to.
They got banned.
Yeah.
Because the noise was too much.
Yeah, there's a big aftermarket market for exhausts that are track compliant.
Yeah.
You'd assume it comes out of the factory compliant, but we were talking earlier about the Lotus reliability these days, about the Toyota internals, obviously, and how's this been? You haven't had any particular problems, or
No, it's been fine. Was it left?
Left, yeah.
No, not compared to the. Well, there's been no problems, to be honest. I had a sensor on it. That was the only thing that needed replacing since I've had it. My Series 1 was the worst for that. Quite a few electrical faults on that, and the head as well.
Yeah, Series 1 at least.
Yeah.
Rover K Series.
Yeah.
Typical thing.
But no, this is reliable. It's all Toyota parts, isn't it? The things that can go wrong. I wouldn't say guaranteed not to go wrong, but with Toyota, they're quite bulletproof.
Yeah, people take these around truck all day and they're fine, aren't they?
Yeah, all day.
I suppose because it's so light, it's about 1,100 kilos.
1,100, I think it's just slightly over.
Yeah, I guess you don't go through tyres and brakes and stuff very quickly. Yeah, it's a great surge. You just feel the lightness.
Yes. You must though.
Yeah, this is where it tightens a bit.
You've got to be engaged with it all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, particularly country roads and stuff. I mean, the steering must be so positive.
Yes. And it can take it away if you're not on the ball.
That's it.
Let's let him go past.
Yeah, does it sometimes tramline a bit into the
Yes. Yeah.
dips? Yeah.
Yeah, you've got to be careful of that.
Yeah, it's everything. Well, like we were saying, heavy pedals and very positive steering.
Yeah.
How's the gear shift?
This is lovely.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I love the exposed mechanism and.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's lovely the way they've done that. But it's nice, lovely and easy. You know, when you put it into the gear, it slots in perfectly. And for an idiot like me, you know, it's easy to drive. You've got to be careful on the country roads, but on the whole, yeah, I'm not a great driver, and yet I don't find this difficult.
Oh, you've got a few decades of Lotus driving under your belt, I think.
Yeah, that might help. He's driving quite fast.
Yeah, he's getting on with it.
That usually happens when I come up behind cars.
Yeah.
And I always worry they'll go too fast, and I'll find them in a ditch somewhere, which happened.
Yeah, did it?
It happened when I had a previous Lotus, and these kids unfortunately they went shooting off, and they'd flipped, and this was at Chelmsford, just outside Chelmsford.
Yeah.
And me and this other fellow got them out. Luckily they were okay. But it was all they saw. It was like red flag to a ball. They saw the car and then just took off.
Yeah, it just wakes them up. They see it in the mirror and they just get their set off.
I mean, the driver starts to show off. Oh, look at trying to outdo the car behind, you know.
Yeah. I'll tell you, let's do the opposite to what this guy does.
Okay.
So we'll go left unless he does. So we don't encourage him to go into any ditches or trees.
Yeah, he's going sort of left now.
Yeah, left. Yeah. And you've done proper mileage of this?
Yes, 35,000 now it's done. Yeah, it gets used quite a bit. It's a bit of rain.
Oh yeah. What tyres have you got on it?
It's Michelin Pilots.
Yeah.
That's as far as I know. I don't know.
It's probably Pilot Sport 4S or something like that.
That rings a bell.
Yeah, that's why I've got mine. And some people put on the Cup 2s, but I think any sort of drizzle, you start to worry.
Yeah. No, don't worry, Doug. You're okay.
Yeah, you've got a good British condition tyre.
Yeah. Actually, when I said to the guys who look after the car, would it be okay taking it out during the winter if I grab it and take it out? And they say it's not a problem at all. The tyres you've got.
I suppose you find a bit on the road, people are you get a bit of a mixed reaction. Some people trying to race you and stuff. But
Yeah, some people race you. Try to, but like I said, Doug, I'm giving it a bit of welly now with you in the car, but I'm quite a dull driver. But I'll get people to kind of go past me, then slow down and give me the thumbs up. So you get a mixture of reactions. I don't get any kind of hostile reactions.
No.
But certainly people love the car. It's really nice actually. There was a guy in a BMW M series. Keep going round.
Yeah, straight on.
And he went going very fast past me, and you can see him brake.
Yeah.
He's gone because he's seen us in the mirror, and he's come, let me go past, and give me the thumbs up.
Yeah.
That's lovely.
I think generally people love Lotuses, even if they're not quite sure what they are sometimes. You get people coming up to you in petrol stations, and
I think they like the fact you've stuck your neck out and bought a car that's a little bit different.
Yeah.
And of course there's guys that have families who'd love a car like this, and but they can't because they have to have an SUV or whatever to send the kids to school. So yeah, they kind of I would say they kind of like admire someone who doesn't need to do that. Perhaps, I don't know if that's the right words really for that.
I know what you mean. I think well, I suppose there's the 2+2 Evora for people with young kids. That's an option.
They've got very small legs. They're very small people.
Yeah, probably
tiny
7 or 8 or below.
Yeah. I see the blue lights as well.
Yeah. Word's got out about their antics tonight. I say tonight because it might get dark. My channel's called Nightfall.drives. This may be the first one.
Yeah, this is the first.
The first one.
First one with the lights on.
With the lights on, it get dark. Yeah. But the name is because my Evora is Nightfall Blue.
Oh, I see. That's the reason.
That's why. But I think also we'll take a right at the roundabout. Also a little bit. I think maybe there's a subtle meaning about how much longer are these type of cars going to be around.
Yes.
At the end of
straight on here.
To the right, third exit. Yeah, down there. Yeah, I think maybe it might be stretching the meaning a little bit, but there could be a hidden meaning about.
Yeah, time's running out for them.
Yeah, time's running out for these things, but I'm quite hopeful about synthetic fuel, and that might keep these older cars running for longer.
Oops. I forgot about that.
Yeah. sorry, if you think we're going to need to use it a bit, then I can reposition that. So.
Yeah, I completely forgot. So boom.
And does the roof come out?
Yeah, it can. It can come off. I've never taken it off. The reason being,
And then left it as well.
because they get scraped. You take them off, you scratch them, and I thought, yeah, for the effort taking them off, it's best left.
So you've taken this abroad before?
No, this will be the first time. It was supposed to be last year. We were supposed to go away, but there's still kind of some restrictions because of COVID, so we didn't.
Yeah.
But I've been abroad in the others, and I said the longest trip I've done is the Tuscany one.
Yeah, and at least down to Tuscany is a good effort.
Yeah. It's a nice pub as well, that one.
Yeah, I haven't tried that one actually.
That was a lovely trip actually. I went to through Switzerland, Cern, went through the Alps and then Lake Como, down to Tuscany.
Yeah, lovely.
And then on the way back, through south of France.
Yeah.
Which is beautiful. You know, it was a lovely drive.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, I'd like to do some of Italy. I've done down to Nice recently, but yeah, it's more on the to-do list.
and of course, the Italians love their cars.
Yeah.
So you get loads of people want to chat to you about the car and have a sit in the car.
Yeah. Yeah, it's everyone, isn't it? Like all ages and.
Yeah. Left or right?
Left, sorry. So my mind then was wandering into Italian villages.
Yeah. Yeah, some Italian restaurants. Sunshine.
Yeah. Speaking of which, do you fancy stopping for a pizza?
For a
pizza?
Yeah, that'd be nice. Yeah.
How's your visibility sort of there? You've got quite a lot of windows, I guess. Which
yeah, it's not horrible. It's of course the back is the issue, but it's got slats in the back. I can see what's coming. I can see the mirrors, what's coming. And because it's slowed down, I can see what's coming anyway because everything's a little bit higher.
Yeah.
So I don't find it's a massive issue. Obviously, it's a small car as well, so we're not dealing with a massive car without visibility at the back. You've got quite a small car.
Yeah.
So it's not a massive problem for me. Not a big problem that I've found. The other thing about the car like this is that you don't need to. And we're doing 40. It feels like we're doing 140. I mean, you get the thrill of kind of speed without having to go flat out.
Definitely. You get such a sensation of speed.
Whereas in other cars you don't get that. And even if if you're in a I don't know, one of these Audi R, you're never going to get that thrill of the speed. Whereas you have that sensation in a car like this.
Yeah, we'll go left in sort of. Yeah, it's funny, just as you were saying that before, I was thinking this kind of feels like a cross between my two cars. It's a bit like, because the MX-5 you do get the same thing, the sensation of speed. And then there's a lot of elements, the Evora that sort of in here as well. So, but this is really sort of diluted, focused. Yeah, quick experience. What made you go for this particular version of the Exige?
One of them, I think 350 is enough for me.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not, a seasoned driver. I've had Elises before, so I wanted something obviously a little bit quicker than the Elise, but I didn't want a monster that I wasn't going to benefit from. I wasn't going to get anything from that extra power. 350 is enough. It's more than enough, really.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah.
So that's why. So it's the baby of the Exiges, the V6 ones, but it's more than enough for me.
Yeah, they never did an NA version, did they? I think it's always supercharged.
Yeah. I'm trying to think actually when it first came out, because then they had the Exige S.
Yeah.
And is that when they put the supercharger in?
The Series 2.
It was a Series 2.
Yeah, there was a supercharged 4. And then, like I said earlier, this was a massive blind spot for me for years. Lotus, I don't think they announced it really. Maybe I just wasn't.
Well, they've never been good at that, have they?
No.
They've never been good at promoting themselves.
No.
As a selfish, I like it because then you don't see so many of them. But I think the marketing of Lotus hasn't been as good as it could have been.
That is changing. It has changed.
Yeah,
but
it's changing now.
You've also lost a bit of the character, I guess, of the company. Maybe.
Yeah. I suppose it had to happen because they just weren't selling enough cars.
Yeah.
And they needed to sell more, and they need to maybe improve the quality. I mean, I love the car; it's very raw, but when you get into other cars like a Porsche, you can tell that some serious money been put into it.
They've designed their own indicator stalks and things like that.
Yeah. No mini Metro wing mirrors for Porsche.
But that's part of the charm, isn't it? Like you were saying.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So I can understand why Lotus has gone down that route, but it takes away from something that I love really about them. But they need to leave people like me behind, perhaps, if they're going to continue.
Yeah, well, I don't know if the strategy seems to be, like I say, going for big SUVs to make the money, and then the Ibera is the sporty thing. But is there still? I think hopefully there's still room for something a bit more raw in there as well.
Yeah. I'm sure they will. We kind of like as they bed down the new models, then they can add and have special editions like Lotus do that are more raw and more race focused, really.
Yeah. It's great to get a bit, more coverage for Lotus. I mean, my channel's tiny at the moment, but is there anything, prospective Lotus owners you'd say to, people considering maybe an Exige?
Well, it'd be. I mean, if you do, you're buying, like a connection to the past, really, and probably the last chance to do that.
Yeah.
I think the Emira of the Exige, straight. Emira of the Exige, I go for the Exige because, like I said, it's more of a connection. It's your last chance to have that connection with the past. So, and you can always get an Emira later.
Yeah.
Because Emiras will be around for a long time.
Yeah.
These aren't.
And they haven't even started delivering the 4-cylinder yet, I don't think.
No, they're a little bit behind. In fact, I saw straight on.
straight up.
I saw a guy.
Sorry, third exit actually. Yeah, this one.
There was
And then we're turning right straight away down there. Yeah, sorry.
He decided to. He cancelled. I think he cancelled his Amira because he was waiting for it too long, and he got an Exige, and he said he was so glad he did.
Yeah.
Because he didn't realise it was a bit of a blind spot for him. He didn't realise that, he didn't really think about it, and then he took it out for a drive and fell in love with it.
Yeah, that's exactly the thing. If you get somebody in the driver's seat of a Lotus, more often than not they'll buy it, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks so much, Nick, for coming out.
No, I've loved it.
It's been brilliant.
Thank you. I've enjoyed it.
Yeah, and I mean, probably more so than usual. This is just two guys enjoying a drive, I think. I don't know how useful it is for anyone, but hopefully it's been enjoyable to watch. Yeah, really appreciate you coming out.
Like you said, it's lovely inviting me and showing me around this area, because I'm a bit, it's all relatively new to me.
Yeah, I'm quite lucky to have a few good routes.
Yeah. You might see me zooming past now and again now. Now I know it.
Yeah, now you could shave a bit off your lap time now.
There's certainly room for improvement.
It's no less enjoyable. Now, this is a great bend actually, this one. You can see around there. On that note, I might wrap things up there. And thanks again, Nick. It's been great. I hope you enjoyed the video. Give it a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and there's more to come. So thanks for watching.
Thank you.